I think on that topic, we will go ahead and move into talking more about the rest of our stuff. Because again, you guys actually just recently put out your own podcast, which I will link here in a second. I have to go grab it. But I was wanting to talk about camera perspective, and you guys were talking a lot about Overwatch 2 in that, and World of Warcraft, which both are games that Vertec and I have played. I've been playing Overwatch 2 a lot to try and get ready. As weird as it sounds, I've been playing Overwatch 2 a lot to get ready for PvP combat. It's more to desensitize myself from being scared of it initially, because World of Warcraft, I'm going to be honest, made me scared of PvP just because of how much I got ganked.
Yeah.
But real quick, they were just wondering, camera perspective. What camera perspective do you prefer in terms of both angle and distance from your character? Also, do different situations call for different perspectives? And my answer to this is, yeah, different situations definitely call for different perspectives. And also, even Vertec and I, we have very different play styles when it comes to camera angles. I think I once saw him be zoomed all the way out so you could see like the whole field around him while he's tanking. And I'm like, whoa, that's way too far out for me. I'm lost. Where's your cursor? Where's this person? What's happening? So I feel like I got a little lost when it was super zoomed out like that. I got disoriented. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts?
I'll take this one first. My thoughts on camera is, if I have to zoom out all the way, it's fine, right? But I feel like, at least I'm going to be talking from a World of Warcraft perspective because that's the game I play the most. But I feel like a lot of that game you're playing zoomed out all the time, and it's like, why do I have this cool looking gear? Why do I mean, zooming out is fine, right? Like if you're PvPing out there and you want to get a lay of the land, you zoom out, and maybe you need to zoom out for a boss or two. But I feel like in modern WoW, you have to zoom out nonstop to really get the most of the game, and it's just, I don't like that. I don't like that. And I wish they would design the game like, maybe a boss is fully zoomed out, fine. Maybe a boss I could play normally. Maybe a camera is always gonna be controversial, because some people are gonna like zoom me out as far as possible, and then some people are gonna be like, no. So it's always I think it's a good balance of like, how far will they let them zoom in out, like how far will Intrepid let the camera be zoomed out, right? And how they balance it from there. And I guess we have to kind of see how they tweak it as we play.
Yeah.
Forenci?
Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say Forenci.
Yeah. I'm kind of in league more with Headhunter. Like, I want that camera right behind their head, so that's how I could see. I think just like from like an immersion standpoint, I feel like so much more immersed. I kind of made a comparison to like Overwatch and like Elden Rings. Like the more like kind of zoomed into your character you are, the more you feel like you're kind of a part of the action. But I totally understand the perspective too of like wanting to be like more zoomed out, like you're trying to keep track, especially like in a large raid, you're trying to keep track of people, like you're trying to kind of keep an eye on like where people are, what's happening, so I can definitely understand that perspective. But I love just being like as zoomed in as tightly as I can into a camera, because it just feels like I'm there, I'm in the action, especially if you're fighting like a large boss. I feel like, especially in Elden Ring, you feel like this like immensity from the boss, because you're kind of like zoomed in and they're just like towering over you. So I love that perspective. I don't know if that's very popular opinion, but for MMO players, but
yeah. And like when I heard that, I could definitely relate to that, like that perspective. But Vertec, what are your thoughts? Because you do like it zoomed out pretty far.
I mean, I joke about it needs to be zoomed out all the way, but that's not the case all the time. If I'm out questing or just journeying through this or that, or I'm trying to experience the world and just kind of chill, I'll usually be a lot more zoomed in. Kind of what you would think is like the typical zoom that most MMOs kind of start with before you say, like, it's like halfway in from full out and full in,
like a typical over the shoulder third person kind of.
Yeah, something in there because I do like to see. I spent time putting together an outfit that doesn't look like I pulled it out of a trash bin. So I like to be able to look at it myself while I'm running around. I also I feel it's a little bit more of you get in touch with your surroundings and the people around you a little bit more. But as soon as there's action to be had, like hit a dungeon, hit a raid, hit a battleground, hit an arena, it's full zoom all the way out.
Yeah. Sorry, people are already posting in memes. Flash, this is for you because of what you just posted. I think one of you mentioned on your podcast, like, zoom out all the way and you can see like the planet that you're on, basically. So you need these limits on them. Personally, for me, my answer to their post was I like to have it pretty close. If I could have it first person, it's also fine because, again, there's going to be hybrid combat, right? So there's action combat, there's tab targeting combat. And Vertex, correct me if I'm wrong, but like when you went into action or like hybrid, it forced you into that first perspective, didn't it?
No, it's not. It wasn't actually like first person. You could still keep the same zoom. It didn't really change the zoom. All it did is change the reticle and how your mouse moves and a couple keybinds. Interesting.
Okay. And I remembered, I think you guys mentioned something about like being able to peek around walls and stuff like that, especially if they're being tank walls, right? But the other part of that is like being a healer, right? It's going to be important to be able to see people around the wall if you can, or like stun the people around the wall if you can. But that could also be definitely used to take advantage. Thoughts?
Yeah, I play a lot of like competitive games, especially, and so I feel like anytime there's like anything competitive to be gained, especially like in a PvP, like people are going to take whatever they can, wherever they can, and especially like an open world PvP game too. I wonder like if you can zoom out really far, if like people are going to use that, like there's like people hiding over here, or how they might limit that. And so to me, it's always like a competitive standpoint. Like I just want to make sure. To me, if there's an advantage to be gained, it will be gained by however they can. So I just want to like, that's why I'm always like so tricky. Like I don't want to like limit people, because if they want to have a zoomed out camera, they should be able to have it. But if it's the best way to do things, people are probably going to use it no matter what.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to, I think that the camera should be as customizable as possible, also for accessibility reasons, because I don't want people to be, punished because I like the camera a certain way, but I mean, I hope like I said, it's just how far they let you pull it back is really the key here. And like I said, maybe we'll see when Alpha 2 launches, and hopefully if it's too far, maybe they'll pull it in a little, and if it's not far enough, I'm sure people will talk about it. So
I want there to be first person so I can make all the pretty like photos, to take those pretty like cinematic photos. That's basically what I told them. I was like, I don't care how far you can zoom out or how far you can zoom in, as long as I can get my character out of the way and have a nice like cinematic, or zoom out with my character in the nice cinematic.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I don't know. That would be neat to be able to actually get that cinematic, even if there was just like a quick like hotkey you could push just to go first person real quick, like snap that photo and then get back to doing whatever you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm a person that like, I'm sometimes, especially in MMOs, I'm much more like style over substance. So I will take the hit on my gear stats a little bit, as long as it doesn't look that cool. So
honestly, some people
great.
Yeah. Some people in chat are saying like, I just like first person in taverns for sure. And people in playing Ashes in first person is playing on expert mode. But also Laughables, good point, Laughables, saying if you're in first person mode, then you can't see your character, and any cosmetics or any armor you get means nothing. And I think
have a really cool weapon you're holding right in front of your face.
Yeah. Like right here. There's just like this weapon. Or like Kiriko. You see Kiriko's hands like right here, because I always play her. So.
Or since I'll be playing a tank, I could have a nice book to read behind the tank, the shield.
There's a shield and there's just like a book here.
It's a book propped up there.
Now you're talking my language.
It gives me like putting your favorite food inside of a boring looking chip bag or like a boring looking other thing, or like putting a boring cover on your book so that people stop looking or trying to take your book.
I like it.
Oh,
And
is
yes,
it time to press shield water again?
and yes, Basil, it would absolutely be a picture book. Picture books, best books.
Yeah.
They should put that in the game, so you can store all your really nice screenshots, right?
Okay, there you go.
Put it in your house.
Hold.
Yeah.
Let people just scroll through your look through your picture book, and you can put like a little caption on there. You can bring it like full screen.
There you go.
I dig it.
Or put literally put pictures on a shelf in your house or something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Right,
Viking says, sorry, laughing, thinking about a pop-up book for Vertec behind his shield, just like a little like 3D pop-up.
It'd be like a little surprise during battle. You know, time to turn the page. Ooh, look at that. But
oh my gosh.
yeah, as far as like zooming in and zooming out, though, my point of view on the competitive edge thing, I think it can give a competitive edge, and I'm okay with that. If the tool's there for everybody to use, if you don't use it, I mean, that's on you.